let's get started. And for today, we will be working on our hips because we love to open through our hips, right? That's what we need. And our lower back a little bit too. Well, for Ian, as we talked about before, you're gonna be holding the poses for a little longer. So the light, I'm sorry guys. So it is a lot of work on your mind. So you have to really connect with the breath, your mind and body to be able to find a nice stillness and a comfortable position for you. Make sure you're not hurting yourself. And then if you're holding the pose for more than 3 minutes, I will let you know when you're about halfway, so you can adjust yourself, adjust the props or move a little bit. But I'll encourage you to move as less as possible if you are moving, just to keep the benefits of the posture. You do want to soften and relax through your muscles so you can bring let's say a little stress on your deeper tissues, on your bones, your ligaments, and your fascia. So you're gonna work on stretching and strengthening these deeper tissues, and that's gonna help you improve any type of practice that you do. If it's a vinyasa, power, any other practice, Ian, it's a really good complement. So let's get started. Go on your mat, and then our first pose, it's gonna actually work with our toes a little bit, just a little bit. So you're gonna go on your knees, and then right here, if you already need a support because you have knee issues, you can also bring a blanket or a pillow underneath your shins, and then go like this. So you're still bending, you're still tucking your toes, you're still feeling the stretch in your toes, but you're not putting your knees on the mat, so there's no longer stress or pressure on your knees if you have any issues. All right, so from here we're gonna be here on this pose for about 2 minutes, and then make yourself comfortable. You can just sway side to side, your hips on your heels. Just really open through your toes, feeling that nice stretch. And then you can even adjust the pink toe. Sometimes it goes to the side, so you can adjust and bring them forward. So they're all pointing forward and open. And then maybe allowing yourself to close your eyes. Begin to center in yourself and noticing your breath. Bring awareness on 4 corners of your body as you do a body scan, finding, any holding or any stress, any trigger points that you might have. And even if you're not working on that area that you have your stress, that you have that holding, just visualize letting go, disappearing, using the breath. And then on each exhale, you letting go. You have a couple more seconds here. Just keep your breaths in and out, welcoming your thoughts, acknowledge them. Feeling the sense of gratitude in your heart for being able to be here now, practicing, connecting, learning, growing. Just take one more breath. Good. And slowly begin to lean forward. Bring the hands on the mat. Gonna tuck your toes and send your hips towards your heels for child's pose. So you can choose to keep your arms extended overhead or just bring your arms by your side. And maybe your forehead is going towards the mat. So your belly can be resting on your thighs or between your thighs. We're gonna hold this pose for 2 more minutes. Now use this time, this posture, that you are connected with the earth on a fetal pose. Open through the back of your spine. All your chakras aligned from crown to the bottom of your spine. Using the breath to bring a nice and smooth flow through the chakras, through the center of your body. Nourishing all the cells of your body, all your organs, your mind, your skin. Just 30 more seconds here. Maybe you can take this couple last breaths to send an intention to your practice or affirmation to yourself. I am, I can, or I do. One more breath. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose or mouth. Good. And then slowly pressing yourself up. And then let's bring ourselves to our rebound. So just go, taking your time, slowly lying down on your mat. Legs and arms down. Maybe you have a pillow underneath your head. Now just relax, let the energy flow in our in postures, because we're, going deep into our stretch. Sometimes our body tends to hold the energy, so it is sort of blocking the energy, especially in the target area that we're working on. So when we come to our rebound, the energy flows again, bringing all the benefits of the posture, of the practice to your body. Just take 2 more breaths here. Feeling the sensations around your body. Good. And slowly, taking your time, coming back to your seated posture. And our next posture will be, you can actually go sideways on your mat. Let me pause the timer. And then maybe you have a blanket underneath your sit bones. We're gonna go bring legs wide like this, so that the blanket underneath your sit bones will allow you to tilt your pelvic forward, keeping your spine straight if you tend to round because your hips are too tight. So using the block, a blanket, a bolster underneath your hips, underneath your sit bones, it helps a lot. And then bring the legs wide as much as you want. You can keep a micro bend on your knee. And then here, what I like to do, you can bring your hands on the mat and open the chest. That's fine, you can stay here. Or you can bring a pillow or a bunch of pillows and then begin to lean against them. So you now bring your hips, hinging from your hips, start to lean forward. Open a little bit more through the hips, through your inner thighs. Maybe you're feeling a little bit on your lower back. I can tell you right now from my personal practice here, I'm feeling on my lower back too because I'm very tired. So right here, we'll be here for about 4 minutes, but I'll let you know when you're 2 minutes so you can maybe go a little deeper or adjust yourself if you need to. And then on my own practice, on this pose, specifically on this pose, I tend to hold for 10 minutes. And every 2 minutes, I go a little bit deeper, leaning forward. And if I have more than one prop, I would just put one aside at a time, allowing myself to go deeper. And this is awesome. So now staying with your body, staying present with the breath, feeling the sensations around your hips and your glutes. Remember, we want to soften your muscles. So really thinking about softening the bigger muscles around your glutes. I guess your glutes are your muscles already. So softening through your glutes, through your hips, your thighs. Using the breath, finding space on each inhale. Maybe moving a couple inches deeper on each exhale. Right now, you're about 2 minutes there. So I have 2 more minutes. And feel free if you need to adjust. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. And if you feel that your mind is wandering away and then you want to bring it back to your practice, maybe bring awareness on your breath and begin to count your breath. Maybe your inhales are the same length as your exhales. Maybe you're giving a little pause between your inhales and your exhales. Just 30 more seconds. Maybe using your breath again to go a little bit deeper for this couple last seconds. Good. So from here, we're gonna slowly begin to move out of our pose. So you can use your hands to pressing yourself up gently and slowly moving the props if you had any. Then we're gonna use our hands underneath the knees to bring the legs together. You're gonna feel your legs are heavier. And then you bend both knees, keeping the feet on the mat. Gonna hug, use the forearms around your shins, lengthening through the spine and bring the forehead towards your knees. Find just a nice stretch on the back of your neck, maybe down through the spine. And just bring a really small release on your legs. And exhale, release your arms, release your legs, and go to your rebound. So go all the way down on the mat. Legs and arms. Take a couple breaths here, let the energy flow. And again, you can visualize the energy going through your body, nourishing all your cells. Coming from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top of your body, from the right side to the left side, from the left side to the right side. Feeling the energy. Cultivating peace in your heart and stillness on your mind and body. Just take a couple more breaths here. And from where you are, you're gonna bring the legs on a butterfly pose. So you can keep the back on the mat, and then maybe you don't want a pillow on your head. So if you had that pillow on your head, you want to move it because you want to keep your spine straight. So here you're gonna bring the bottom of your feet together and the knees are falling to the sides. If you have any lower back issues, you can use the blanket just on your lower back, between your lower back and your glutes. So it's gonna, just to bring a little bit more cushion here. So for me, it feels good to have that blanket there. And if you have block or a couple books that you want to place underneath your knees, you can do that also. So that will help to elevate your knees. But if you're good right here, you can keep your hands, your arms by your side or your hands on your belly and just begin to open through your hips, through your, oh my gosh. Yeah, your hips, the front of your hips. I was gonna say another thing, but I forgot. So I don't wanna say you wrong. And begin to soften through the front of your body, even through the chest, keeping the collarbones wide. Maybe bringing your arms on a T position, keeping that connection with the earth. And then we will hold this pose here for 4 minutes. Again, you're working with the front and the back of your hips, on your lower back. So you want to keep awareness on those areas, feeling the sensations. Make sure you're not feeling any sharp pain. And if that's the case, I invite you to back off a little bit. Maybe bring the knees together, taking a couple breaths. And if you feel like coming back to your pose, you can. And if you're comfortable here, you have a couple minutes to enjoy the opening the openness. And using the breath, using your mind to visualize inside of your body, your deeper tissues, your bones, fascia, your ligaments opening and stretching and getting stronger and stronger, breaking old patterns of your body. You might experience some uncomfort, and that's okay. You can welcome your feelings, acknowledge them. Maybe stay with it for 2 or 3 more breaths. Make sure it's not a painful feeling. And if it's not, just use the breath. Just soften and bring relaxation. You have about 1 more minute here. So if you need to do any adjustment, you can. Just remember you want to move as less as possible. Just a couple more seconds. Use these last breaths to maybe pressing the knees closer to the mat. Let's take our last breath. Inhale through your nose. And slowly exhale through your nose or mouth. Beautiful. So from here, you're gonna use your hands once again underneath your legs to help your legs, bring your legs together. So taking your time very slow, and you can bring the knees bent towards your chest, giving yourself a big hug here, and maybe swaying side to side. Just giving a little massage on your lower back to release any tension that you might have from your in posture. And when you're ready, you can release and find your rebound. And maybe you're moving that blanket that was underneath you, bringing the legs and arms on the floor. 1 minute here. Letting the energy flow. Feeling that release on the target area. Maybe feeling a little lighter, a little softened. Just a couple more breaths. Good. All right, so our next posture, it's a twist, and then we're gonna be right here on the mat, the back of the mat, shoulder and shoulder blades on the mat, bending the right knee, bringing the right knee closer to your chest, not using the hands right now. Just bend as close as you can to your chest. Maybe flexing your foot, maybe using the left hand on the right knee to bring it closer to your chest, pressing the leg towards your chest. The right arm goes on the floor, and from here, begin to drive the right knee to the left side. So you're gonna go to our supine twist, like we call it. And maybe your knee is going all the way to the mat. If it's not, that's okay. You can use a block, a bolster, a pillow, anything that you have underneath your knee to support your knee. That will give you a little bit more, support, like I said. But if you don't need that, if you're able, we're gonna hold here for 3 minutes on each side. If you're able to hold your leg up without a block, that's okay too. Maybe looking to the opposite side, maybe looking towards the right. Make sure you breathe in. Finding a nice stretch on the right side of your body. Nice twist on your spine. It's a really good posture to find a release and alignment on your spine, and also to work with your digest system. Opening the chest and increasing the lungs' capacity to breathe in and out. Deeply inhaling through your nose and slowly exhale. Empty your lungs. Letting go all the air that rests on the bottom of your lungs. Remember to soften, to bring relaxation in the more superficial layers of your body. You have 30 more seconds on this side, so if you want to use a couple breaths, maybe to go in a little deeper, bring the knee closer to the floor. Let's take our last breath on this side. Inhale through your nose and slowly exhale. Beautiful. And slowly bring the gaze towards the left side. Maybe bringing the right arm to the left side and your torso to the left. Now you're resting on the left side body. Take a couple breaths here. And when you're ready, you can straighten the right leg. Bring yourself back to the mat. Bring the arms and legs on the mat. And take your rebound here. Just a couple breaths. Letting the energy flow back through the spine, down through your hips and glutes, your thighs. Beautiful. And as you inhale, begin to bend the left knee towards your chest. Bring the left arm on the floor and the right hand on top of the left knee. Maybe bringing the knee closer to your chest, flexing your foot. Good. When you're ready, make sure you're pressing the shoulder blades on the mat. Begin to bring the left knee to the right side of the mat. And being mindful with the difference between both sides of your body. Maybe you're going a little deeper, or maybe you're staying a little higher on the side. So please feel the sensations and see what your body needs. This is your practice. Taking this first couple breaths to find a nice and comfortable posture where you can find stillness for the next couple minutes. Now opening through the left side of your body. Opening the chest. Noticing how your body moves with the breath. You're about halfway. Have a couple more. Maybe one more minute here. So if you need to move any props, maybe bringing the knee closer to the mat. Maybe moving just a couple inches, and that's okay. It's good to explore and see what your body is capable of. Most of the times we think that we can't not do something. Especially for yin practice, when you'll be holding that posture for so long, your body gets the benefits of stretching and softening, relaxing, and more easy, you can go and move a little bit more, going a little deeper. Just a couple more seconds, using these last breaths to explore your posture. Let's take our last breath here. Inhale through your nose and slowly exhale. Good. And bring the gaze to the right side. Bring the left arm to the right side. Moving to the right edge of your body. Resting here for a couple breaths. Untwisting your spine. I don't know if that's a word. No, I just created. And begin to straighten your leg, your left leg, going on your back, find your rebound. Letting the energy flow again. That prana, that ki. the vital energy, the life force energy flowing back on your body. Healthy and beautiful body. Just take a couple more breaths. Good. And slowly bending both knees. We're gonna bring both knees towards your chest once again. Maybe bring the hands on your knees or hugging your knees towards your chest and sway side to side just for a couple more breaths. Just releasing any tension that you might still holding on your lower back. Good. And when you're ready, you can release your arms, release your feet down, and slowly begin to bring yourself up. And from here, we're gonna find our tabletop. So go on your hands and knees, taking your time. And tuck your toes, send it to downward dog. So you can walk your dog a little bit, one heel up and one heel down at a time, pressing evenly on both hands, gaze towards your navel, ears between your arms, and bring your elbows pointing towards the back of the mat, external rotating your shoulders, keeping the collarbones wide, open through the chest. Find your stillness when you're ready. Just gonna be here for a couple breaths. Sending oxygen to your brain, reversing the blood flow. Lots of benefits on this posture. Calming yourself and energizing within you, energizing all your cells. And cultivating stillness on your mind. Just a couple more breaths, you can do this. Good. And as you inhale, lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right foot between your hands. Take your time. Good. So here we're gonna go to our swan pose. So it's pigeon, but we call it swan for Ian. And then walk the right foot to the left edge of the mat until you are comfortable. And then bring the hips towards the mat. Untuck the back toes. This will be your posture. So how to prop here is bringing the blanket underneath your shin so you can, protect your knee joint. So that's no longer like before. Your knee is no longer pressing against the mat. You can also use a block or a pillow on your back hip, creating a little bit more space over there. And as you inhale, lengthen through the spine, sending the crown of the head towards the sky, hips down towards the mat. And as you exhale, begin to walk your hands forward, leaning forward over the front leg. And maybe bringing the forehead towards the mat. If you have a block or another pillow, you can bring here in front of you, or you can bend the elbows and resting your forehead on your forearms. And we will be holding this posture for 3 minutes on each side. Keep using your breath, cultivating the stillness on your mind. Maybe on this posture that you have your forehead close to the mat, close to the earth. Again, you want to revisit your intention that you set at the beginning of the class. Or maybe, practicing a mantra or a prayer that you like. Or even coming up with a new statement, a new affirmation to yourself. Softening through the hips, through your right glute. Even softening through your right thigh, your calves, your ankle. Working on this posture, and you're stretching the glutes and the side of your legs, your hips. You might feel a little release on your lower back, maybe on the middle back. Just because you're finding more space. You have 30 more seconds here. Maybe allow yourself to go a little deeper if you want. Moving the block or the bolster away. Let's take our last breath here. Inhale through your nose. And slowly exhale. Good. So slowly and gently begin to come off of your pose. You can go on your hands, pressing your hands against the mat. Bringing yourself back up. Good. And then now you're gonna go on your hips, on the right side, hip. Bring the left leg to the front of your body. And then here we're gonna go to our rebound. So take your time, all the way down to the mat. Straightening both legs on the mat. Ooh, I can actually feel the release and the energy flowing back again. So look for the sensations, especially on your right leg. Maybe noticing the difference between the right and the left leg now. Maybe feeling a little lighter on the right side, on your lower back, your ankle. Good. And slowly coming back up so you can bend your knees, bring the feet on the floor, go on your forearms, slowly bring yourself up to tabletop once again. And then we're gonna do the opposite side. We're gonna go through our downward dog. So pressing your hips up towards the sky. If you need to walk a dog, Maybe again, noticing the difference from the first down dog and now at least on the right side. Maybe the right leg, it's a little bit more stretched now. So remember to bring your shoulders away from your ears, pressing your hands on the mat, like you're pressing your hands forward on the mat, against the mat. And your elbows are pressing back and up towards the hips, opening the chest, widen the collarbones. Just a couple more breaths. If you need to keep a micro bend on your knee, or actually your knee is pretty bent and the belly a little closer to your thighs, please do so. Do what's best for you, what feels good on your body. Just one more breath here. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose or mouth. Beautiful. As you inhale, lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, slowly taking your time, step between your hands. And then here, left foot goes to the right edge of the mat. Bring the hips, the knees and the hips down to the mat and prop yourself if you need to. So if you want to place the blanket underneath your shin, the back shin. If you want to bring a pillow or block on the back hip here, you can. And elongate through the spine, pressing the hips down through the mat, to the mat. Inhale. And exhale, slowly walking your hands forward. And being mindful with the difference between both sides. Once again, maybe you're different, maybe you're pretty similar on both sides. Just be mindful with it, and that's okay. We're all different somehow on both sides. But as you know, if you practice, and then I've seen that most of you have been practicing every day, sometimes twice a day, right, Dawn? So you might be able to be pretty similar on both sides at some point. Respecting and listening to our limitations. It's the most beautiful gift that you can give to ourselves. Accept ourselves as we are. We're all beautiful as we are. And then we already accomplished a lot just for being here, choosing to be here. Practicing, growing, learning. If you need to move any prop on this last couple breaths, please do so. Going a little deeper, just maybe exploring. Challenge yourself without pain, without discomfort. Let's take a breath together here. Inhale through your nose. And slowly exhale. Good. Very gently, taking your time. Keep your hands on the mat, pressing yourself up. Remove the props that you had and go on the hips, bringing the right leg forward. Find your rebound. Just a couple breaths. All the way down the mat. Now, baby, maybe you're noticing how your legs feel, your glutes, your lower back. Maybe now they're pretty similar, a little bit more stretch, stronger. Good. So here we're gonna go to our happy baby pose. So you can bend your knees and maybe you're reaching for the inside of your foot, pressing the knees down towards the mat. At the same time, you're keeping the shoulder blades on the mat and your tailbone is also towards the mat. So when you're a little tighter, you tend to round your sit bones up. You want to press the sit bones down towards the mat. So you can also reach for the outside of your foot. That will give you, that's a little bit less intense, I would say, for me at least. So you can explore and see. We're gonna be here for 2 minutes. You want to stretch your legs, you can do that too. Little bit more opening through the side hips. Maybe feeling a little bit on the back of the leg. Let's take one breath here together. Inhale through your nose. And slowly exhale. Beautiful. And begin to soften and release the feet down to the mat. Bring them to the mat, and you can bring the knees side to side. Just a couple to each side. Just releasing any tension before we go to our final posture, Shavasana. So also, if there is anything that you need to do before you get comfortable in your Shavasana, please do so. You can, to get comfortable, more comfortable, you can place a folded blanket or a bolster underneath your knees, elevating your knees so that's a little bit less pressure on your lower back. You can bring a pillow behind your behind your head, or anything that you need to do to get comfortable. Please do so. Begin to soften and relax. Find stillness on your mind. Find stillness on your body. Maybe allowing yourself to close your eyes. Slowly begin to bring awareness to your breath. Bring awareness back to your body. Feeling the sensations. Noticing how your body feels. Maybe wiggling your toes and your fingers. Slowly, slowly taking your time to round to the left or the right side of your body and coming back to your easy posture. And I'll invite you to bring your hands on your heart center, feeling the gratitude in your heart for being able to take care of your body, your mind, and spirit. And I thank you so much for letting me share my journey with you. The love and light in me honors and sees the love and light in each one of you. Namaste. Thank you.